Hey guys, today we're going to dive into my systematic approach and how I take quick notes, so stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the video. Hey folks, again, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the field note system that I currently use and what I like about it. We're going to talk a little bit about the techniques and procedures and some of the systematic ways I actually approach in taking notes. So before we get started, in case you don't know what field notes are just generic books like you see over here. They've been around for quite some time. Bottom line, these are amazing quick jot books that you can use to capture your day-to-day notes and to capture any scripts or anything like that. I've seen a lot of newspapers or a lot of journalists use these books to capture the notes. But if you go to your Walmart, Target, whatever store you have, they actually have a set of these books. They're quite cheap. The link is below for information. Just a quick disclaimer, I am not being paid by Field Notes. Field Notes is not supporting. None of my products are actually sponsored. So every opinion that you see on here is based on a system that I actually use and I actually enjoy capturing notes or doing any kind of creativity. So last time we talked about the actual Field Notes companion over here, the cover from Belroy that I actually use. And I basically covered these two books slapped on here, but we're not going to talk about these, so we're just going to put this aside and we're going to talk about the field notes right here. So since I use this a lot and like I mentioned before, I morphed my program the way I take notes because this is very easy to put in my pocket or to take it with me, have a passport next to it. So this one worked out very well for me and I actually like this system a lot. Before I dive into over here, it's very hard to actually get a field note system by itself. Like you cannot actually buy this one. I don't know what stores, unless you get one of those shady joints that actually have individual field notes. Most of them do come in packs, like you can see over here. There's packs of 3, and depending on what year or what season you're buying, they actually have a couple of themes that they use for that season. So there's a winter season over here, and then there's like a national park season themes over here as well. So just to kind of give you an idea, and each field notes come in actual 48 pages. So for a person like me, I like to see that effect that hey, I actually completed a book, I completed a notebook, and I can start a new one. And that's why I like using field notes. One is quick. Portability is one key thing for me. The second piece is I'm actually able to complete a notebook and transfer that information as needed. And it kind of shows like a motivation type deal where I can actually go back to my notes, pick those notes up and use them as needed. So if you're a field notes user and you need a news tag, please give me a comment. Please share your field note stories. What do you use it for? Picture, whatever you have, and I will ship you one of these to your exact house for requirement. I do have a few of these, so just let me know if you're interested. And then so just as mentioned, so you get your field notes, your standard 3-pack book. I have one over here. These are unique. This is what I use. But before I get into that, I know a lot of people are asking, what's this box over here? So when I bought the field notes book, this came part of some sort of deal or something that was happening, some special. I ended up getting this box for free, but they sell this box. This is archival box that you can use to store your field notes. So over here I have all my old field notes. Some of them are not captured in. You had to remove them for obvious reasons, but most of these are here. Are notes that I've done in the past. I'm gonna just take one over here as an example. You can see the system's morphed, changed, whatever, what have you. This is what I use, and what I usually do at the end, I close it out. I close out the field notes, put my notes in here, and I'll call it a day. So I can actually go back in here. See, I told you I got a lot of these. I can actually, when you get this box in here, you get this little divider. Put your little tag, however you want to call it, put your information in here, slap it on here, use it as a reference point, and that's what you have. So this is the box. This is what I use. I think it's pretty neat. Think of the old card decks for my Gen Zers and millennials. I'm talking about the little old codex with all the contact information. This is what this reminds me of. Again, you don't have to actually buy this. You can make this yourself, or you can use a different system that you have. One thing about this box, as you can see, it slides in and out. So my guess, maybe fit maybe 50. Let me see what I got here. Maybe about 30 to 50 notebooks in here. So that's a good storage device. Put all your books, set them aside. The other one will go right on top of this. But again, so with that aside, you can see some of my historical documents over here. I had to go through a couple of these over here. You can take quick notes. I'm not an artist by no means, but that's just something that actually gives you an idea what I use my field notes for. So not to screw up my current notebook system that I have over here, what I have depicted on here is like, this is what I use for jotting down my notes. So new topic, the actual note, the task, and like I mentioned before, once I do check the task, it either goes in my task book, where I actually capture these every day, and I kind of go down the list, done, and I sign it, or I put it in my calendar, or if it's something that I need to actually migrate it to the bigger book, that's what I use. So I usually put a question. Think of it just like for those who have taken Spanish 101 in high school. I kind of put the question mark in front with a circle, so that's a call out for me, and then I put the actual question in there. What is da, and I put it in there. Anything that I don't know, I'm not really familiar with, or it belongs to a different organization or department, I just need to know. For example, if I'm Apple and Samsung is launching a new AI version of whatever, it doesn't pertain to me, that's my competition, I'll write it on here. Or if I'm in communications and something that's happening in a logistic department that might need some communications input, I'll put that on here. But bottom line is usually like an I don't know or something I need to refer to. These two right here is where the color piece comes in. So again, important is, I'll write the entire note important. Like let's say if I'm working for Tim Cook and then he mentions like, hey, I need all the engineering department or the AI department to do 1, 2, 3, 4 by Monday, I'll write it on there. And it's something that pertains to me, I'll actually write it on there. But if it pertains to a different department, this red star will come over here and I'll still write it in blue. So everybody has their own little system. This is the system I use. And again, Apple is having a keynote on 9 August. I'll put that on here. Again, no affiliations with Apple or anything like that, but just to give you an idea. I'll have a note or a task or something, and I'll put sub information. I'll just do this drop down and write the information in there. Same thing, if I take a note, I'll write something in a note, and then this information right here is plus is additional information to that particular task or to that particular note. And this right here is to remove that information. It's like, hey, Tim Cook wants to talk 1, 2, 3, 4, but doesn't want to talk to the research and development division today. So I'll remove it here. Everybody's included, but remove these people on here. So that's what I use. This works out for me. Again, everybody has their way of doing things. And what I didn't capture on here is usually on top of every one of my books, I'll put the date on top and I'll highlight it in yellow. And then if this topic over here, if I want to highlight it, I'll also highlight it in a corresponding color. So purple, blue, red, whatever. I'll highlight it as a new topic and I'll put that date on there. Not so much, I just know the dot means something else. So this is my way, and this is the key that I use, and this is the key I've been using for quite some time now. Probably like 3-4 years I've been using this system, and it works very well for me. So again, hey folks, unfortunately this is the end of the video. I do appreciate you tuning in until now. For those who are new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe if you find this information useful, or if there's something particular that you want to take a look at or you want to view, do let me know. I shared about my ways of capturing notes. This is the system that I use. This is a system that sticks with all my commonplace notebooks, my Lemon that I talked about in the last video, my day-to-day notes. Anytime I put something, even my family actually knows what I mean when I have my notes on here. This is my legend. This is what I use. If you like field notes, hey, use field notes. You don't have to use field notes. You can use any book that works well for you. This is my pen of choice. You don't have to use this particular pen. Again, none of my information is actually sponsored, so this information, the stuff that I use, is based on my experiences and what I like using and what I find it very useful. I particularly like field notes simply because I like what the company stands for, and I like the products, and I like the creativity the R&D department has. And last but not least, if you want to win one of these 3 notebooks over here sets, there's 3 notebook sets over here, please put your comments, your likes, share your experiences with your commonplace notebooks. And if you need additional information, shoot me a note. And until then, see you in the next one.